Stop chasing perfection. I mean, why do you want to be perfect so bad? What is the fascination in being perfect? Because I've been trying to be perfect for 3 years now, and finally I realized perfection is not the route. So in my experience, perfection for me is being perfect in something in a way that it can't be beaten, that you reach the peak of the summit and that you can't go any higher. That's perfection for me. It could be a living being or maybe a material thing, but it's the peak. And that's led me to realize that perfection is not the answer. And to emphasize this, I have a quote from Mayuri Kusuchi. I definitely butchered that name, from Bleach, written by Tite Kubo, and he talks about perfection. And this quote has stuck with me for maybe 7, 8 months, but now is the time where it finally hit me. And the quote goes,
The perfect being, you said? Well, I have to tell you the honest truth as I see it. In this world, nothing perfect exists. It may be a cliché, after all, but it's the way things are. That's precisely why ordinary men pursue the concept of perfection. It's infatuation. But ultimately, I have to ask myself, what is the true meaning of being perfect? And the answer I came up with was nothing. Not one thing. The truth of the matter is, I despise perfection. If something is truly perfect, that's it. The bottom line becomes, there is no room for imagination. No space for intelligence, or ability, or improvement. Do you understand? To men of science like us, perfection is a dead end, a condition of hopelessness. Always strive to be better than anything that came before you, but not perfect.
alright, so basically over here when perfection is talked about in his speech, he refers to scientists who are trying to achieve perfection. And he goes on to say that trying to achieve perfection is basically impossible. And once a scientist has said that he's achieving perfection, he's basically hit a dead end. He's hit a wall which he won't ever be able to cross. I mean, can you really call anything in this world perfect? Google it right now. I'll actually put up a picture right here. In Google, when you type out that is there anything perfect in this world, the Google straight up gives you an answer from Reddit in on September 10, 2024, that nothing in this world is perfect. And it's a saying that you can't think anything is perfect. When you eat anything you like, for example, let's say a steak or maybe fried rice or anything, you don't ever say the rice or steak is perfect, because if you do, maybe in the next time you add some more spices, maybe you pair the steak with a different type of sauce, a white sauce or something else, and every time it comes out tasting better. You can't say every time is perfection. You're basically saying that each version is perfect, but how? Because each time it's improving. So nothing can be perfect. And if you're looking for a point here, like if you're stuck around till now and you're looking for a point, it's basically me saying stop trying to achieve perfection. As someone who's been trying to do so for the past 3 years, perfection is a dead end. I could tell you I've done this retake of this video maybe 10 to 15 times, yesterday, the day before, and I didn't put out anything because I knew that this, me saying this long sentences and breaking down in the middle, for example, you saw me, I couldn't pronounce some words, so I had to redo it. Or sometimes I couldn't get the flow of my words. Right now even I couldn't get the flow of my words out, so I feel like it's not perfect. Even when I was reading the speech, I made some errors. It doesn't mean that what I did was wrong, it's just that it's not perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect. My whole video of this is going to be maybe 6, 7 minutes, maybe less. But the point is that perfection won't lead you anywhere. And The point is just do it. And that is not referring to Nike. That just means that whatever you're going to start, whatever you're going to do, just do it. You need to start. You are here, and maybe this is where you want to reach, and this whole area is your progress bar. It doesn't mean that your progress needs to go like this. It doesn't have to be in a full, you could say, straight line. I again can't speak, but I'm gonna keep this segment in the video because you guys need to realize just not being perfect or being perfect doesn't mean that you can't make mistakes. And I'm contradicting myself over here, but I just mean that if you've ever downloaded something, a video or video game maybe, or a movie, you realize that the progress bar goes to 20%, stops, goes to like 53, stops, goes to 89, stops, then goes to 100. It never just goes in a straight line. And if you have incredibly fast net, then maybe it does, but you never get smooth a smooth line wherever you're going to be headed. Any field, anything you're going to do, any skill you're going to develop, any hobby you're going to approach, anything that you're going to try and improve on, you won't ever go in a straight line. It's always going to be zigzags, it's going to be loops, it's going to be everything but a straight line. And believe me, if you're going to have it in a straight line, that's going to take forever. So please stop chasing perfection and start chasing your passion and enjoyment in the things you want, with mistakes. And for lastly, okay, so I sort of had to redo this last part a bit because it didn't turn out as well. And yes, this is a retake, but it's not me doing this retake millions of times. It's just that I wanted to get this point across, that guys, do whatever you want, do it with passion, and do it while you enjoy it. Do the stuff without feeling like you need to be perfect at it. Make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and make sure that those mistakes don't happen again, because perfection means you don't make many mistakes at all, and making no mistakes means you don't learn at all. But when you make mistakes, you realize, you get experience, and from that experience you can grow. So make mistakes, grow from it, make sure you don't make those mistakes again. Even if you do, it's fine. You relearn, you readapt, you do everything to make sure those mistakes aren't the highlight of who you are, or what your skill or hobby is, or passion, anything. Just make sure that whatever you're doing, it's your highlight, it's not something that's dragging you down because of perfection. Okay? And please, if you stuck around till now, drop a like or subscribe, even comment. Just comment that maybe you found something helpful, maybe you found it funny that I did the bleach quote again. See, I can't speak, but I'm gonna keep this in. Or maybe I can't speak and you find it funny because this video is about perfection and not being perfect. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.